All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is October 26th, 2022 as of recording. And looks like a lot of people have been talking about it, but apparently Nvidia is having some cable problems. I guess the adapters for these new 4090s are melting. Me being a GPU miner, and I'm sure some of you other GPU miners watching this, we've had our fair share of cables melt, but normally it's not the ones that are supplied from the actual like manufacturer. It's normally like the Amazon cables or like splitters and stuff like that. So let me bring up this article and show you what's going on with it. It's almost comical to think like this situation is even arising. I mean, it's like they have all the time in the world to just fix it. Like there's no rush. There's no shortage right now. I mean, people want them, but it's not like it was. People aren't standing out in line during, the weekly drop or monthly drop anymore. Where are we at? Where are we at? Bam. There we go. So, Nvidia has officially opened an investigation into reports that first surfaced on Reddit. Perhaps the oversized, power-hungry, and highly priced 4000 series graphics cards from Nvidia are a bit too hot of a product right now after one user posted photos of their charred 12-volt high power, which is the 12V HEWR connector, on Reddit. Nvidia responded with an investigation into at least two cases. Yesterday, Reddit user Reggie_Geikel shared photos of a freshly seared cable and power connector on their RTX 4090 graphics card, titled RTX 4090 adapter burned, with the caption that reads, "I don't know how it happened, but it smelled badly and I saw smoke." Though the card reportedly still works, Reggie Geikel was not alone. Another Redditor user began to reply with, "You aren't the only one. This happened to me today as well." This follows reports that the PCI-SIG, the consortium that sets standards for PCI, PCIX, and PCI Express connections, the ones used in said graphics cards, was aware of potential safety issues under these certain conditions. According to The Verge, Nvidia is now investigating these cases. And I was like, man, okay, well that kind of stinks. It looks like potentially they have a cable that's just not rated for the amount of power for an extended period of time. That's what I mean. We've seen this as GPU miners. We have seen this time and time again. You get a subpar cable or a subpar adapter. So it's not rated for it, or doesn't have good connections. It gets hot right there at the connections. That's literally the weak point. It gets hot and she burns and melts. And the reason why the card's still good is because it's not short circuiting. It's not doing anything crazy. I mean, I guess it could, but it's just the connection it's a bad connection. It gets hot and melts. And wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Roll it up, slap it on, take it on home. They need to issue out new adapters or new cables or potentially a revised way of plugging stuff in. Maybe it's too much power to go through this amount of pins. Maybe we need more pins. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm just saying this is not a new issue, at least not for GPU miners, but it looks like this is probably a newer issue for gamers and like I don't want to say a 4090 is like an average user thing, but your enthusiasts, so to speak. Um, it looks like there was somebody that maybe has a fix for it, and it's Seasonic. Yeah, they have teased a sample of the brand new upcoming 90-degree 16-pin power connector for the 40 series graphics cards. This design will potentially mitigate the meltdown issues with the standard 16-pin power adapters. So far, there have been three user reports of the 16-pin power adapters melting. Admittedly, it's a small number compared to the number of 4090s sold, but there still may be affected users that haven't come forward. However, it's a severe problem since the issue can potentially be a fire hazard. So Nvidia has wasted no time investigating the situation. Due to the thickness of the 4090, consumers are likely having problems installing the flagship Lovelace graphics card inside of cases that don't have the luxury of extra space. It's not unreasonable to think that some users may have to bend the cable for the 16-pin power adapter more than they should to close the side panel. Ooh, that's another problem right there. So they bend the cable and it's putting pressure on that the plug. Not got a good connection on a couple of pins. They get hot and it melts. So like any power cable, bending the 16-pin adapter's cable, whether vertically or horizontally, can cause the terminal to come loose and mess up the integrity of the mating. As a result, the load becomes unbalanced over the remaining terminals, which increases the risk of overheating and melting the connector. Cable Mod, a popular custom cable vendor, recommends at least 35 millimeters of space from the 16-pin power connector before bending the cable. However, we've seen user feedback that the problem persists even at a longer distance of up to 40 millimeters. Seasonic isn't the only one with a workaround. CableMod has announced the brand's custom right-angle 16-pin power adapter, which uses a multiple PCB design and promises zero bending. While the adapter sells on October 31st, the pricing is unknown. Seasonic's 90-degree connector doesn't look as pretty as the CableMod's adapter, but it should work similarly. Unfortunately, we can't see the other end of the cable, so we're unsure if Seasonic's product is an adapter or a special cable designed to connect directly to the brand's power supplies. The connector from the photograph is just a sample, and Seasonic did not reveal launch date or pricing. While right-angle adapters can reduce cable bending, owners aren't out of the danger zone yet. Remember that the 12V HPWR or 12-volt high power connector has a service life of 30 connection cycles. What? Okay. PCI-SIG detected that this same mating issues around 40 cycles. I mean, it's unreasonable to think that you would unplug and plug back in a 4090 more than 30 times, but I didn't know that was like that they were only had a rating of like 30 connection cycles. Wow. Okay. I, huh? Anyway, up to now we've only seen complaints from consumers that are using the bundled 4x8 pin to 1x16 pin power adapter. ATX 3.0 power supply users seem unaffected. These power supplies already come with a 12-volt high power connector, so adapters aren't needed. On the flip side, there aren't many ATX 3.0 units on the market, and they're very expensive. It's curious that the potential problems with the power adapter apparently never showed up in Nvidia's testing. We've checked the 4090's documentation and online user manuals, and there are no instructions or guidelines on manipulating the 16-pin power connector or its cable. Did Nvidia honestly not know about the issue? Well, they're probably thinking that. Oh, sorry. Camera. They're probably thinking people aren't gonna like plug the wire in and then bend it over because that's just not the normal way to do it. And they're probably imagining if you're buying a 4090, you kind of know something about it, but maybe not. I mean, you know what they say when you assume, right? Okay. If you don't, I apologize. But anyway, it looks like I guess if you got a 4090, throwing a right angle adapter on it may be a good thing if you don't have enough room. And if you don't have a 4090 like me, we just wish we did have one day. And I imagine that I'll get one probably, maybe a 4080. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But before this video is over, I'd like to take a look at CoinMarketCap, let you guys know where we're at. It is 9:30 p.m. on October 26, 2022. Bitcoin is above $20,000. We had a good jump up today. We went up 3.2% in the last 24 hours. We are at $20,794. Ethereum had a even better day at 6.6% up in the last 24 hours. It's at $1,567. Going further down the list, we have a 4% rise in XRP at 47 cents. Dogecoin, 7.2 cents. It broke out of the 6 cents range. It's up 14% in the last 24 hours. So a lot of big movers here. Litecoin up, not even 1% in the last 24 hours. but it's at $56.45. Ethereum Classic up 3.6%, mirroring Bitcoin at $25.52. Monero, $147.57. And then let's take a look at Raven. I think, was it Raven that did really good? All right, Raven. How's Raven? Oh, there it is. RVN. I'm blind. Sorry, guys. 3.1 cents up 2.4%. Maybe it was Flux I was thinking of. I know one of the coins, like one of the GPU coins, did really good. Flux is at 72 cents. Ergo? Was it Ergo? Oh, wait. Ergo had a big jump up. Oh, 1.9% up. It's at $2.03. So, is this a fluke? I don't know. Only time will tell. Checking on what to mine with a 3060 Ti as our benchmark at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Nothing is currently profitable, but the closest thing to break even right now, surprisingly enough, is Vertcoin. I don't know why Vertcoin keeps being a top contender, but if you were mining a Vertcoin on your 3060 Ti at 10 cents per kilowatt hour for your electric rate, you would only be losing 8 cents a day if you were selling it as fast as you were mining it. So, not horrible, not profitable. Right behind that is Ergo, and then Ubic, and Expanse, Ether Gym, Callisto. Lots of stuff and things, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. Well, with that being said, I'd love for you guys that are 4090 owners to comment down below. Are you planning on doing a 90-degree cable mod or cable bend? Do you have a big enough case for your 4090? Are you looking at your power connector bent over sideways inside of your micro ATX case with your 4090 right now and just being like, are you about to let go? Are you about to catch my house on fire? What are you doing? But yeah. So anyway, OGs, Jellyfish, all you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, adios.